Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at Google Calendar. Okay, so to get there, there's a couple of ways to get there. One way you can just Google search Google Calendar, you just type it in like that, and it will bring you to google.com/calendar. Alright, that's one way to get there. Another way to get there is by going to your app squares here and clicking there. It will probably come up in your initial searches. So you just click on calendar and it will take you right to the same spot. So with your Google Calendar, there's a lot of great stuff that you can do besides just keep your schedule, which for some of us, just being able to have a place to keep a schedule is important. So this tells you can organize your schedule. You can share it with family and friends. So you could share your whole calendar if you wanted to. All right, never miss an event again with SMS and email reminders, so you can get reminders for your events. You can sync your calendar with your phone and carry your schedule with you, so you can actually have your Google Calendar be a part of the programs on your phone if you're using a smartphone. But of course, you don't have to do that. These are just some choices for you. And then you can see, it'll tell you how to do this. You can get reminded about events. All right, how do you want to be reminded? You have a choice. You want it to pop up 30 minutes before each event, or you can also set custom reminders for each event. And if you want to do that, you click there to learn more. So go ahead and go through these tutorials. They'll probably first come up when you open up your Google Calendar if you've never opened it up before. But you just click it and it will tell you how to do that. And if you can't quite find it, just pause this video, pause it right here, and you can read change a specific event reminder, and it will take you through the details. You have to do this after you've already set an event though, so you can't change an event reminder before you set the event. Make sure you have it set first, and then you can go and figure out how to change it. But just you can read through this. And then if you want to sync with your mobile, you click that. Syncing Google Calendar with your iPhone or Android phone for access with your schedule wherever you are. All done here. Find more useful information in your help center. Okay, so that just tells you you can do that, and then you just click start using Google Calendar. All right, and this is a great, I'm glad this reminded us this. You'll find the settings and other useful stuff in this menu. We've talked about the gear menu before. It's the same with the calendar. You click there. Okay, if you want to go to settings, look, there you go, sync with your mobile device. That's how you sync it with your phone. These are some settings specifically for calendar. Double check your time zone. You don't want to be setting stuff and having it go off at the wrong time. What do you want your time format to be? You want it in, just regular hours like we use, or, every day, or do you want it in like 24-hour time? You have to figure that out. And then you can even choose which day your week starts on, the look of your calendar, what you want the weather in, or maybe you don't want to show the weather. So you can go through these this menu here if you want to customize your calendar a little bit more. And then you'll click save when you're done, and then back to calendar. All right. Then here you want to sync with your mobile. You can do that here. Calendar setup. All right, if you take a look at that, it'll bring you through that initial set of windows that we first looked at. Okay, so and then you can choose how it looks a little bit by clicking on the windows. Well, that doesn't seem to change things too much, but anyway, you can play around in this gear menu, and the settings place is really where you're going to want to take a look. Whoops, we already clicked on that. Let's get through there. Okay, and then you can print your calendar, you can refresh it maybe after you've added events to it. All right, and so to add an event, you just find the date that you need to add an event for, and if the event's, if it's right away, like if it's this week, then you just click on the day, on the time, and you put in what you're going to do. Okay, so maybe on Friday at 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. Okay, 11 a.m. you have a meeting with a parent. Okay, you just put it in there, create the event. All right, and then you call it good. and then you can set that. These are all your event details. You can add a video call in there, you can say the location, you can describe it if you want, you can change the color of your event, so if you're going to be color coding it, you can invite guests. Okay, maybe the parent meeting is virtual. And then however you turn up on Google during that time, you have a little window. I'll show you. Let's see. In your Gmail, and it will show you over here. It'll show if you're available, if you're not available. See the screen light? That means I'm available. All right. However, if I'm maybe in a meeting or something, it can show me as busy. So that's kind of a convenient thing. You can default set it to that. You can add a reminder in, so here's where you can customize the reminder if you want. So you can have it pop up 10 minutes before, or not pop up, maybe email you. Whatever is going to get your attention the most. All right. And then the reason it's asking about privacy is because this says, by default, this event will follow the sharing settings of this calendar. Event details will be visible to anyone who can see the details of other event calendars. So, for example, if we check the sharing settings, this calendar you could share with people. Okay, just like you can share other documents and things in Google, you can share this calendar. If your calendar is shared with a certain number of people, then anybody will be able to see it that it's shared with. If it's public, anybody can see it at all. If it's private, then of course only you can see it. All right. So that's just some more information actually about how that works. And then if we want to save it, we can save it, and then it'll bring us back here. All right. And then what we can do here. Okay, so share. If we want to share the calendar. Oh no, this is not sharing the calendar. Sorry, cancel that. I'll do a second video about sharing the calendar so you know how to do that. But and then let's say you want to pick an event that's a little bit later, that's not this week. You can use this calendar over here. Look, you can go the month before. Well, you wouldn't set an event for the month before, but you would maybe for the month after, or a couple months later. Okay, so you get it set over here. So for example, I could on October 29th, okay, which is Wednesday, in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, we are having a transparency Q&A session. Okay, and that's open to anybody. Watch the webinar first and come visit the session, and I can create that event. And there it is right here. Okay, and maybe I have this open to remind me, okay, or maybe this is a public calendar that I make for everyone. But this is just some basic usage of your calendar. You know, you got to get in and play a little bit. I would encourage you to add some events. And look, there's already some default events in here, like on Friday the 31st, Halloween is right in there. And you know, there are other events already scheduled into certain calendars, but you basically are able to customize it however you want to. This is just a sort of a general introduction for you, so you can kind of see what calendars has. And what I will do though is I'm going to create a second video though, so you can learn about the sharing of it, because maybe you create a calendar for your classroom that you want to share with parents, or maybe you create a calendar for your school district that you want to share with staff, and that's important to know how to do as well. So get in there, explore a little bit with Google Calendar, and good luck.